Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Bitcoin absolutely ripping. Yesterday, we thought we were going to have a boring week. It is anything but. Let me check over on X, see if the stream's working good here or not. Hopefully, everyone can hear me over there. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Looks like we're working it. Let me throw a little GM in the live chat for good morning. But yeah, wow. Kind of ended the show with wait and see. Right as we ended the show, the blockade started, and we didn't know it was going to happen. Didn't seem too exciting, to be honest with you. But the market accepted it very, very well. Yeah, it was very well received, and we totally from the all the reds started to turn around and turn very positive, and then I don't think most people are talking about it. I don't think most people are paying attention, and there could be other reasons too. But Michael Saylor came out, and it turns out, we talk about it a lot on this show. His STRC, that preferred stock that pays 11.5%. Now, when people buy that, they're not getting any Bitcoin. All they're getting is that 11.5% guaranteed, paid monthly. But he takes that money and he buys Bitcoin with it. Now, they got well over $1 billion in one day yesterday, up almost 50% higher than any other day they've ever had. So I believe that's the main thing that spurred the market and just caused a short squeeze, as well as I think the people thought that this breakdown of the talks and with the blockade, which we still don't know how that's going to play out, but overall it was received well. Then you had all that money flowing into STRC, and we had a massive short squeeze. Literally, I think like $444 million liquidating the crypto market in the last 24 hours. But right now, once again, looking good. We're going to look at Bitcoin and stuff. It's doing amazing. And the NASDAQ is looking to open up 0.53%. The Dow will look, it's pretty even, about 0.06, I think. We'll see if my computer wants to be slow or fast today. I'm not going to sit and wait for all day. The market has just opened, by the way, about four minutes ago. I hadn't refreshed the page. Oh, no. So you know what? That 0.53, that was still the futures. Here, let's just refresh this whole thing and see how they're all doing. But don't want to spend too much time on it. But suffice it to say, they're looking positive, at least so far. Some bad news could, of course, hurt that. But the real news is Bitcoin. Yeah. So the NASDAQ opened up, wow, even better, 0.87%. The Dow Jones 0.04 to the positive, the S&P 0.34. So almost up 1% thus far with the NASDAQ. So looking pretty good. We'll see. We'll double check that, and then we'll let this refresh, and we'll look over. Well, let's jump over. I don't want to wait for this. Let's look over and let's see how Bitcoin's doing, what we really are here to talk about. By the way, welcome, whether you're listening live on YouTube or X, welcome. Glad you could join me today. A little celebratory day. I wasn't expecting it yesterday. It was looking pretty bleak, to be honest with you. But Bitcoin, 74,845. Holy crap, up 5.2%. The other thing to realize is 74,000-ish was a very it was strong support on the way down and very hard resistance. We've been rejected off that so many times, right? Literally, if we can hold this, then 86,000, even higher, is in play. So we'll see if we can hold this through the day and have a couple closes. Daily closes above 74 would be huge. But man, up 5.1% for the day. Ethereum, even better. Ethereum, man. Remember, we were just at $1,800. Ethereum, 2383, up 8.7%. Crazy. XRP, doing good, not quite as good, but still kicking butt. $1.37.7, almost $1.38, 3.4% for the day. Solana, 86.60, 86.49, up 4.8% for the day. So, man, doing really, really, really well. Cannot complain. We cannot complain. As if you saw the title of the thumbnail, don't know if you did or not, but basically we're we're outperforming every other asset. So yeah, just a crazy nice pump here. Super exciting stuff, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. Wow. But yeah, we outperformed every other asset. So massive pump underway. We'll see. Market open for about 7 minutes now. Let's look through some of the news. We'll come back and check on this. Very, very, very exciting though. Yeah, third birthday of Pepe from our boy the Alchemist up there, good buddy over on X. We are sitting at hey, charting wealth, man. XRP, LFG, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Everything's rocking. Happy about everything. Happy about everything. But it is the third birthday of Pepe, man. No one's really talking about it. But wow, what a vibe. Still my favorite meme coin, to be honest with you. So happy, man. What a vibe if you were here. Crazy times. It was awesome. But charting wealth, man. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Charting Wealth, of course, a featured speaker often on my GM Bitcoin morning show, which we've been doing for over 4 years. Come join us at the top of the hour on X if you want for that X space. There was a bit of a hoax yesterday, fooled some people. Yeah, charting kind of probably more of a joke, but 10,000 XRP. We joke back and forth. The other day I sent charting 2 XRP over Zoomy on our CoinZoom feature as a joke because people think it's going to hit 10 to 50,000 over on TikTok. So we joke about it sometime. But I do think, maybe it hits 50, $100 someday. But either way, it's a blue chip. I like it. I don't love it. It's kind of an inside joke between charting and I. But yeah, GM charting. Good to see a brother out there in Florida doing mortgages. And he's kind of our mortgage and housing expert on the GM Bitcoin morning show. So good to see you here, joining me here as well. But yeah, there was a bit of a hoax yesterday. People put out this old video of Trump signing, I believe, the CARES Act, and tried to say it approved a massive. You can see a lot of people reported on it. President Trump approved a massive U.S. stimulus package. So still a little bit of market manipulation, but luckily the markets were pumping, so I don't think it hurt anybody. But yeah, good, absolutely good stuff here. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna jump on another screen, close out a couple of grid bots, which I'm killing it on, and back to our news here. But yeah, so if you see that was not real. But what was real was that the people like the blockade for some reason. I should just say Wall Street reacted positively to it, and then Michael Saylor selling well over $1 billion, which turns around, goes right into Bitcoin. Had some economic data. The PPI, the preferred inflation indicator of the Fed, came in at 4.0, expected 4.6, I think, because of the war. So much less. Previous was 3.4, so it's still going up, but that was expected during the this conflict we've got going on in the Middle East and the oil crisis. But way cooler than expected. Core PPI, where I believe they take out gas and food, I believe, 3.8 versus 4.6. So that's good. That builds a little bit of a case for rate cuts coming in with the new Fed chair. I doubt Chairman Powell's going to do anything in May, to be honest with you. Look, we talked about this a week ago yesterday on the show. Fidelity, one of their analysts, citing the Metcalfe's law, said one Bitcoin could be worth $1 billion by 2038. Imagine that. A tenth of a Bitcoin be worth 100 million. Right? Is that right? Yeah, $100 million. A tenth of a Bitcoin, which you could buy for $7,400 today. But I don't know. I'm just looking for $1 million Bitcoin, maybe $10 million Bitcoin. I've never really thought about $1 billion Bitcoin, but little moon boy hopium for you for this morning. Ondo, which is one of the primary real world assets platforms, which I own, and you ought to maybe take a look at. The Ondo Finance filed a no action request with the SEC to record tokenized U.S. securities on Ethereum mainnet. The filing covers Ondo Global Markets, its platform giving non-U.S. investors exposure to 200 plus U.S. stocks and ETFs. So anyway, interesting. Most, of course, stocks we see on Solana because it's faster and cheaper. But this looks like primarily for non-U.S. investors. But man, there's 4 billion people out there that have no access to stocks and financial services, even banking, that like we do. So that's big news. Just shows our real world assets tokenization is something you need to pay attention on. Ondo may be one you want to look at. JP Morgan reports Q1 profit of $16.5 billion. Now, I want you to realize what a behemoth these guys are, right? And they're also the first U.S. bank to officially be awarded the ability to have an ETF, which launched last week. And also, don't forget, they said they want to become the biggest exchange for selling Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you think about that. They also have, I think, 17,000 licensed financial advisors. Imagine how bullish it is to have them bullish on Bitcoin. That's why I say we need to be buying now. Let these guys pump our bags. Massive company, man. 16.5 billion. Germany's largest stock exchange operator, Deutsche Börse, probably saying that wrong. Valuation, they just invested $200 million in Kraken's parent company. Did Kraken go public? I know they were going to. I don't think they have yet. I know Gemini did and hasn't done all that great. I don't think Kraken's gone public yet, but they're planning on it, or they announced they were going to this year. But this a positive bullish sign for them. Kraken, one of only 7 U.S. regulated exchanges. Bitcoin has performed every other major asset or index since the U.S.-Iran war started. Whether that was because it was so beat down or what, I don't know. But let's go take a look at it. I got to see what it's doing here. Let's look at it on the hourly chart. Still going up, man. 75,226, man. We broke 75,000. Massive, man. Huge. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks for clarification, Charting. Charting Well said Kraken delayed IPO. Okay. I thought that was the case, but I couldn't remember. Thanks. Yeah, which is smart. So this is probably more building up for that, man. $87 on $87 on Solana. I got to go close out a couple more of these grid bots I've got going on in profit, man. Making money here. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'll get back to those before open a few more before my other show. But yeah, so man, 75, man. If we could hold above 75, that's huge. Honestly, 74 is the kind of the key number, which was the reason why it's so important is that was the low of last year, right? So that becomes a pretty strong resistance level. Man, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, happy day today, man. Happy day. We don't have this many happy days. Yesterday, I really thought it was going to be just kind of a sideways week. Shocked at how good we're doing, but I will take it. Couple more news things and we'll check back on crypto and the markets and call it a day. But man, good day today. Day to celebrate. Wish I could play some music, but I'll get a strike from YouTube. I got to learn how to do that. But American Bankers Association warns that White House stablecoin policy could drain deposits from local banks. Small banks at risk, community lending under pressure, financial power shift in market. Now, this contradicts what the White House report. Their analysis said it would only affect about 0.02. Nonetheless, this battle goes on for the Stablecoin Act, for the Clarity Act, for the Market Structure Bill, but most people are saying they're feeling positive about it, that it's still going to pass. But the debate goes on, and it started to get debated today in the Senate. Yeah, 444 million liquidated in shorts in 24 hours in crypto, man. Stay away from leverage if you don't know what you're doing. I don't use leverage personally. It's just too crazy these days. 500 million wiped. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, that's for you there, Charting Wealth. Probably has a statue of this guy in his house. Says the stablecoin yield dispute between the banks is nearly resolved. When people are most exhausted, most annoyed, that's when finally compromise. We think we're there. So XRP CEO saying he thinks we're close. So let's hope we are, man. Let's hope we are. Senate to restart crypto market structure negotiations today. So it's getting talked about. There's some new proposals being put, but hopefully they can bang this out. It has to happen. It's too important for the dollar. To be honest with you, China blasts U.S. blockade of Iran ports, calls it dangerous and irresponsible. Hopefully they'll put some pressure, help resolve this thing, because they get all their oil from there. So it is that's the biggest standoff would be really between China and U.S. Iran's not a big deal to the U.S., but they get all their. Hopefully, Beijing will put some pressure on their buddies over in Iran, and we'll get this settled because they need that oil. But so far the market's like an extreme fear and greed index back to 21, up from 14 yesterday. Probably a better mood to do with the price action, but still extreme fear, going to like 90 days in extreme fear. But good to have it come out of that crazy low teens. Talked about this, I believe, yesterday. Fake Ledger Live app on Apple Store. It's funny because I just pulled some Bitcoin off my Ledger yesterday and had to update it on Ledger Live. I go right to ledger.com or whatever their official site is. You have to be so careful. A fake Ledger Live app got put in the Apple Store. 50 victims lost $10 million, $9.5 million in Bitcoin. One guy lost his life savings of 5 or 6 Bitcoin. You have to be so careful if you're going to self-custody. Yeah. And last but not least, this is not what I was going to talk about, but let's pull this up. I was actually this just I didn't have anything, but BNB chain saw the largest stable supply inflow in the last 24 hours, adding 518 million according to Artemis. So yeah, don't fade BNB chain. It's not widely used in the West, but it's still a behemoth out there. Still got a good, probably a blue chip to invest in. Well, let's check on the. We'll call it a wrap today. I've got to get in and set up some more. Took a lot of profits today on my last 2 days, actually, on my grid bots over on BitUnex. I need to do some content, show you guys how to do that. It's a great way to get paid on your stuff. I don't even do it with leverage, mate. I'm close to 1% for the week already. My whole portfolio, but I never even deployed the whole portfolio. But NASDAQ up 1.04%, Dow 0.29, S&P 0.5, extremely positive. Bitcoin, we'll see. 75,160 up 5%. Ethereum 2388 up 8.2%. Wow. XRP is for you charting 1.387 up 3.5. And Solana, my largest holding next to Bitcoin, up 86.9, touched on 87. It looks like up 4.2. Man, happy days. We'll see if we can hold. It'll be big, but thanks everyone for joining me. You're welcome in 10 minutes to join Charting and myself and a few other people on the Bitcoin GM Morning Show on X. If you want to join me from YouTube, it's at Crypto Bull Ron. Most of my listeners here are already on X. Join that if you want. We'll cover a lot of the same stuff, but like I say, we have different co-hosts and stuff and different speakers, so we cover other stuff as well. But we'll be celebrating today, man. If we can hold these levels, I'm not, it could be, it's bullish, man. Very bullish day. But thanks for joining me. We'll be back tomorrow.